Delaware.net is a national provider of hosted applications such as e-commerce, customer relationship management, and content management systems. John McKown, the president of Delaware.net, joins us in studio today to tell us a bit more about his company and where he sees it going. Hi, John. Thanks for coming in today.
Thanks for having me, Anastasia.
So can you give me some background on how your company began and what it's doing today?
We started as a dial-up ISP in 1997, and the whole reason why we started was because our local ISP went out of business, and we thought that we could do it ourselves. So we started very naively into the access business. We bought the T1s, the servers, hired the people, and part of this was because we had a business at the time doing e-commerce, and so our uptime was critical, and we lost our uptime. We took steps to fix that. Dial-up just was really a way to support that, but it became, its own business, and it grew pretty rapidly. We were called Easy Online when we started, and it was a very dial-up centric company. Doing that for about 2 years, we decided to get into business services and only focus on business clients and get out of the residential market. At that time, we purchased the domains Delaware.com and Delaware.net, and we thought, okay, we'll use the .com for our portal, and we'll use the .net for our services, and that's how it began. After tinkering with the portal idea, that seemed to be a waste of time as well. We weren't about eyeballs, we were about services and value-added services. So we then got into hosting pretty heavily, and we built a data center in Dover, Delaware. We have a $1.5 million data center in Dover. And from there, that's where we run our whole operation. Today, the key thing that's driving our business is the applications that we develop in-house.
Now, Delaware.net was at ISPCon, but you're not as well known as the other hosts who were at the conference. How is it that you became involved in presenting at the show?
I've been coming to ISPCon for years, and I've met a lot of people in the industry, and that's one of the reasons that I still come to the show, even though I'm not in the connectivity business as much as we used to. There's just the networking opportunities are there. Plus, I think that some of the folks in the industry have recognized that we've made the transition from a connectivity company to an application hosting company, an ASP, if you will, application service provider. And that was a sort of .com idea that sort of popped in 2000 to be an application service provider. And I think it was really just ahead of its time. People have come around to the idea of outsourcing services and having those run through the web. Great example is spam filtering. People use Postini. You're logging into an interface. Here's an application, and companies that were traditionally tinkerers that would do it on their own boxes are okay. The big guys have come along. They're offering connectivity, and what am I going to do to survive? And we're a survivor. We're going into our 9th year. All of our local competition, who was about our same size, is gone. So for us to still be going and growing, I mean, we've grown 100% in the last 6 months, and that's because of commerce and things like that. So my session here at ISPCon is how an access provider can make the leap from connectivity services to value-added and hosted services and applications.
So there are companies that started in design and got into hosting, and now it seems there are companies that started in hosting that are getting into design. Is there an advantage to one of these routes?
Well, the key thing is, and we learned this at our company, you have to have the right